before I go into, I think what will be the final stage of this painting, I want to have a little unboxing. I see those on YouTube, the unboxing. I've been telling you about my little liner. Now look at that, how his hair, can you see how his hairs are all splayed out? And he's crooked. And I take full responsibility because I've already said I'm not a good steward. But I would imagine that kind of brush. But I just ordered these from Amazon, micro, looks like mini, looks like teeny, I don't know. Fine line set of 3. I would, anyway. This is a rigger. That's that long dude, that 20-aught rigger. Then there's a script liner, a 20-aught script liner, and a 20-aught liner. All horses of a different color. And I'm gonna use as many of these as I can. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that because I'm actually pretty pleased with this first painting. I've really been pleased with in a while, and don't want to botch it up now for any reason. So anyway, I'm about to go. Okay, they're gonna come with these little plastic things on top that have hopefully protected the tips of these brushes. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give them their own little, da 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 da, home for the queen, their own little jar, so I won't get them mixed up with anything else in my studio that may have painted an oil painting and I will tell them what it painted. But this is going to reserved for watercolor. I need to put a sign on it. Okay, so what are we going to do? Let's see. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this. Right now, this is a very airy painting, and I want to retain that airiness. So let me see what we got here. Oh my gosh. That poppy just wants to take wing. Get over there. He keeps wanting to spring up. Rise up, oh flame. Okay, so what are we going to do? Let's see. I'm going to try, this is 20-aught line. They all say 20-aught liners. I don't know which one this is. This is the flatter of my, and none of them are super flat. So I'm gonna put a little bit more color in here with this, whichever one this is. I'll see if I can figure it out in just a minute. I know the rigger. My dad was a cartoonist, and he was a rigger master. I'm not a rigger master. Yeah, you're right. This, if you're thinking, well, that's not that color. It's not, and I'm going to fix it in just a second. Hang on, don't get impatient. So I'm just adding a little bit of detail here with this, whichever one this is. I'll look it up again. Not right this second. Now, the sun is hitting here and it's causing a little bit of shadow. Well, you didn't see what I just did. But anyway, there's a little bit of shadow right in here. So they're darker right here. The petals are right here darker on this side of the shadow. Now, over here, let's go over here and do what we can with, okay, this one. So what have I done? I've repeated my orange and my orange and there really is a semi-open bud down here that is black-eyed Susan bud that is mostly oranges and yellows with little greens bracts. Now then, I'm going to start here with a little bit of orange. Remember what I said about leaving the yellow, the white. One reason I'm happy with this is that I've left a lot of white. I'm painting with cadmium red light right now. That's about all I'm going to do with that poppy. Maybe put a little bit more red right in here. As I said, it doesn't have that real black center that I often think of poppies as having. There's a darkness back here, and which I'm trying to capture with this opus. And I think I also brought in some magenta right there, and they're kind of in the same family. So that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to bring this right here. Look at my color wheel again. I'll put another link. But I try to shade one half step or one step at a time. You can't go from yellow to purple right smash, or you're going to have a muddy color. So I separate it. I paint backwards gradually. This is the magenta right here. And it's picking up, it is a little bit brown, but that's okay. A little bit of brown will be okay. All right. All right, there's my poppy, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer. And there's my black-eyed Susan. This is my little bud. Yeah, I wish I hadn't done that. I'm going to have to loosen that up. A little bit of water on a Q-tip, it will kind of dull that, push that back a little bit. Okay, now I have those colors. Let's go into the greens with this brush. Well, I can't even, I'm not even sure what's happening with this one because he's moved so much. I do know that these bracts are like little shooting stars. Let me say this. This isn't caused by light. It's caused by getting the plants get wilted, and maybe it's not in enough water. Who knows what it's caused by? But doesn't even make any difference. It's just not perfect. But guess what? I'm not used to things being too perfect. I think I'd probably give up if things got too perfect. Okay, so that's that. But Claude Monet, and I'm trying to get my garden set up to go out and paint directly in my garden. I probably will do that in oil. But he painted. He had a. In fact, that garden I think is still there. But I think if some foundation or trust has taken it over. But he had this wonderful garden, and it had a pond of water lilies in it. And I don't know how many water lily paintings he painted. It's kind of like me and my sunflowers, trying to reach the perfect sunflower one step at a time. And he painted them in different times of day, different seasons of the year, trying to see how the light was different under different circumstances. So I'm still kind of painting at this point, not so much sun drawing, but I'm actually putting in swaths of color. So it's still kind of a painting. But now I'm getting ready to go into drawing mode. Drawing mode. Okay, so that I will do with this rigger right here. Let's see what this guy does. Dance, ballerina, dance. I have to get the paint just the right consistency with water. I'm going to put just a drop of water out there. Okay, so, and until you get that right consistency, you will not do a rigger stroke. You may stroke at it, and then you may drop it like that and be forced to make another decision. But you know, I know what I need to do. I haven't done this yet. And watch me mess this thing up. Okay, the Black-Eyed Susan, what is he famous for? His black eye. And I have not painted that yet. So what I'm going to do, blue and orange make brown, indigo and blue make dark brown. So one of these colors is indigo blue. I'm not quite sure which one. I'm going to just swat in that. And I'm going to put this red orange on top of it and let Mr. Brown go to town. I leave the red showing at the top because the light is hitting the top of it, so I see the orange or the red at the top. All right, so there we have that. So now then, because we have that color, we're going to have to get some more intensities. Well, I feel like we are somewhere, which is not a problem for me because I usually do that anyway. Okay, so let's do a little bit of line work with the Bachelor buttons. The Bachelor buttons I'm pretty happy with. I'm not going to do much more with them. Maybe just a few little marks. And I want you to see how I deliberately let that one kind of get light because I don't want everything to have equal importance. He's kind of off in the sunset, and I don't want him to have as much importance as his other guys. Okay, so that's kind of the Bachelor buttons. While I've got that color going on here, while I had this phthalo blue, I'm gonna wash in just a little bit of this jar, this bottle top. I tell you one thing, I'm painting with dry paint, which makes this very hard. Uh, I don't want to get a bunch of paint out right now because I'm at the end of this painting and I'm about to crash for the day. I may have to. I'm not getting the sweet mystery of life that I like. Three. If you get too much water, it becomes counterproductive. You'll go in the opposite direction. You have too much water and it won't have enough opacity to do what I want it to do. But this is getting better. You'll know when you haven't the right thing, because if you're not careful, you'll splatter it everywhere. And that's what's happening to me. You can't have everything perfect. Why would it happen if it was perfect? I'd be bored.